Good evening and welcome to Requiem for London. Well, tonight is one of those nights where Natalia comes out from wherever she hides. She's given a message to, a couple of people, and to meet up. It's just nothing specific. It's not like I have a business proposition or we need to discuss this or anything in particular. It's just she wants to meet up with someone for some reason. And yeah, currently Natalia is meeting the business park itself. Where the meeting is it just a park next to businesses, or is
It's a
it?
it's a full-on business park, so it's a complex of buildings, about half a dozen. One of the larger business parks in the city, about a set of buildings, about 30 stories tall, caters largely to the tech and financial industries. One building in particular stands above the rest, standing about 60 floors tall in height. One of the tallest buildings in London, actually, and has very modernist architecture to it. Which is the building where you're meant to meet, on floors 58 to 60. While you are permitted to visit floor about a couple floors down and the roof, generally social affairs are conducted on floors 58 to 60. And it's pretty obvious in that if you were to visit those floors, they'd be largely empty.
Fair enough. As Natalia stands there, looks up at the building, she takes a very deep breath and just. She seems to. The environment does not seem to agree with her. But she does kind of shake it off and just move. She begins to approach the building. She'll get over, she'll find the elevator, and she will head on up.
Yep, there's security that walks across the complex. Um, they all appear well armed and well equipped. But they do let you through. They pat you down first. If you possess any phones or weapons on your person, they will ask you to hand it over. In which case they'll put it in a lockbox, label it, and give it to you when you leave.
Fair enough. That will be done, and I will just roll for some delicious, delicious blood.
You should also do that. You all lose a blood point.
You all lose blood. I don't lose any blood because I have one success. Yeah, it's just for the record, Natalia's wearing, warm clothing, but she's also wearing a large backpack of some kind. She seems to have something with her, but who knows? But yeah, I'm guessing the bag will also be put in the foyer or what is it called?
The bag will be searched, and if it possesses communications tech in it, they will.
It possesses a laptop and several T-shirts. Very new looking.
Okay, they will have to take the bag off you.
That's fine. But yeah, Natalia enters.
They will not
We
put
will
the bag
see
in a
whoever.
metal box because it's too big.
Yeah, we'll see who else who enters.
We have a problem.
Oh, we got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
First, we're gonna go over Alley Cat because, well, you and I are gonna be a while.
Oh dear. Okay. I also want to roll for hunting, but I was still starting up my Discord and everything. So I'll do that as soon as I'm on the dice roller that we're using. Which one are we using? Ah, I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how we do. I got 2 successes, which means I am full again, I think. Let me see. Where is my... Yeah, I'm exactly on 10. So I'm full. And probably as she's hunting, she'll receive the text. Kind of scratches her head as she's like, "Who are? Oh, right, yeah, I remember." And we'll then text back like, "Yeah, sure, I'm on my way," and we'll head that way. And yeah, we'll go through the same motions as Natalia. She also looks a little uncomfortable at this building and does probably not really look like she belongs there, with her hoodie and her leather jacket and her jeans that have like the holes in it and everything. But yeah, she will enter. Doesn't have any weapons on her.
Not everybody is as well dressed as this place's proprietor, although many do put in some vague semblance of an effort. There are quite a lot of people here. Kindred of all kinds, really.
Yeah.
When you get up to floor 58, I'm gonna actually get a proper description of the place up for you, because I did have a vague write up for this. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. So when you step out onto the floor, you step out into a very open space with a glass floor that leads you out onto an absolutely spectacular view of almost the entire city. It has it grants a very real sensation of awe and supremacy that you would assume is entirely the point of a place such as this. As you walk around, you see various sofas and small tables. You see vessels lined up on them. Other vessels are simply standing at the window, some by pillars that hold up the ceiling. They're almost decorative. You wouldn't assume they really hold up the ceiling. And they stand idly, waiting for someone to approach them or simply feed from them. There's a blue and purple, blue lights. These sort of blue fluorescent lights give a gentle glow to the room, and with a sort of slight purple ambience that comes from the bar.
Okay. I think Ali will go to the bar. We'll order a drink that she will keep for the rest of the night.
An actual drink or
Yeah.
a vessel? Because you do see the mortals here standing idly or sitting idly on the sofa,
Mm,
who you can feed from as a kindred.
I don't need to.
No, you don't, but you can. It is very much stated that you are not to, that nobody is to harm the vessels here, although it's not specifically clear what the punishment would be for actually doing as such.
And to whom did this building belong again?
It belongs to Nova Morales, who is present.
And
Who is
which
Carthian, right?
faction? That's cool.
Yes, there are several kindred here of note that are worth discussing. There is there is the woman in question, Nova. This woman, who is currently bickering with her. Charlie. This man. This older gentleman. But as you're all introduced to these people, or at least you will see them, there are other kindred in the building as well. We're going to swap over to Julian.
Bum, bum, bum.
Or rather, we're going to swap over to... Actually, no, we're not going to swap over to Julian. I know exactly what we're going to do. I have a plan, guys. It's fine. Going to swap over to... going to go back to Ali and Natalia. And could you please both make me a wits composure roll?
Witz und Composure.
Mm-hmm.
I have no successes.
Okay, you don't hear anything. Or see anything of note.
I have the one.
Neat.
Okay. You you see 1 second. You see this woman and this woman bickering with each other. You see the host basically. Seemingly something of a bit of a verbal standoff with Lady Gauntlet, the woman on screen right now. Appear to be trading barbs. It should be noted Lady Gauntlet has been permitted to seemingly bring a bodyguard with her. Until they both until Nova actually seems to cut off from the conversation entirely. You see her head turns towards the window, and She touches her earpiece and mutters something into it that you can't quite discern. There is a look of alarm and angry assertion. As if something has just occurred. And then she heads towards the window and looks outside, straight down. Lee Gauntlet follows her. Should be noted this place is not Elysium. You may use disciplines if you wish. At least it's not barred under Elysium. What the host will do to you if you do. You don't if you use them. You're not entirely sure, but she hasn't said anything about it.
Natalia is just gonna quietly but surely just go over to the window and look down. But she's not gonna butt in anywhere near them. She's gonna keep her distance. But this seems interesting.
Can I just say that Ali will notice Natalia since, they agreed to meet here and that she will walk over as well. Not looking down because she doesn't really know that there's anything. It's just like, hey, Natalia. What's up?
Hey. Hey, good to see you. How you doing?
Yeah, cool. She kind of leans against the window. What's up with you? Enjoying the view?
Well,
When you look down, you see a trail of. You see, if you squint, you do have improved senses as a kindred. You see what appears to be a trail of blood leading into the building, and two bodyguards being applied first aid. There are other bodyguards that are standing outside with guns raised, but a significant number of the guards that were outside when you entered the building appear to be gone.
oh fuck. Well, I'm doing a lot worse now. Apparently, we're going to have a problem.
What?
Fuck. And she just points down to there's blood down there and less guards, so something's off.
Ali will look down.
Yeah, but else I'm doing fantastic.
The situation has already been resolved.
Oh,
You need not concern yourself with events on the ground.
oh, okay, super, perfect. It's really good to know. Thank you.
Well, you think I'd invite you to an insecure domain?
So what happened?
We are about to find out.
Okay.
She begins. Morales begins testing something on her phone. It should be noted when she says, "Do you think I'd invite you to an insecure domain?" Someone gives a rather sinister-looking smile, as if to imply the opposite of, as if to answer the rhetorical question. But she does not.
Okay, so then how about we just sit over here? So, yeah. How you've been? Like, have you heard or has anything gone down with you? And she looks around and she kind of whispers, "Revenants," as of late.
No, not really.
Well, that's good, I think.
Why, you've been in some trouble with them?
No, well, I got into well. I was a couple of people were appointed by the chair. Well, the Huns or something to
Archons.
to Archons to go out and find some people responsible for revenants or something.
Yeah, you were with the circus freaks.
Circus? No, 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 no. I was with
Oh.
Julian. I think he's. I told him to come here. I had something for him.
Speak of the
Don't really,
devil.
dude.
When the lift doors open, you see two bodyguards carrying the body of Julian. There are two at his back, which have who are currently holding guns. Don't have them pointed at him. Julian appears large, appears to be torpid. Both of his legs have been blown off.
What?
Hey, way to make an entrance.
Okay, can I give a hearty what the fuck?
Ah, do you know this man?
That's
No.
Julian.
Ah, well, now we have the name to the man who violated my domain and tried to kill my security.
Why the fuck would he do that?
Why do we do anything, my dear?
Because we're stupid. I get it, but
There you go.
fuck.
You seem to
How
have your hands
about
straight.
we ask
Maybe you
him?
can teach your friend a thing or two. Join me in my office. I think you may be able to aid this wayward kindred in explaining himself.
Sure. Natalia just looks quite not panicked, but completely out of her depths for a couple of seconds, and she just looks at Ellie and just, you are like, you, do you want to come? She just kind of shrugs because she has no idea what the situation is.
I don't think it's a matter of me wanting to come, but me being allowed to come. Do I want to come? Sure, I love a good story.
1 second.
Right. Okay, that's creepy, but his
I have
fucking
a
legs
natural
are
curiosity.
missing.
I mean, I see that. I want to know why. That's why I want to come. But hey, it's not my place, and I am definitely not high enough in the ranks to just,
Jesus
you
fucking
know,
Christ.
say.
Okay. Natalia is just constantly trying to not look at Julian's legs being blown off. Like she's currently moving her head, so she's trying to look or put a hand on the side of her face so she doesn't look at it.
Ali,
Yeah.
when you look at Julian, you can smell the gangrel on him.
Huh. Okay. Now I'm interested. Even more. She's gonna look at the it's like, can I come as well? He's my my clan at least.
Would you speak for him? I don't believe he's currently in a position to speak for himself.
I mean, I don't even know what happened. How can I speak for someone if I don't know anything? Like, I'm willing to give it a try, but
I can give you the long and short of it.
I'm not gonna take responsibility for his actions, though.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to do that. His actions are his own.
Huh. Good.
But I do not
Just in
like to
case.
rob people of their voices, even if they have committed a minor atrocity within my domain.
Right. Okay.
Or really a series of atrocities from the looks of it.
Right. Okay. So let's go to your office.
Her office is in a room next door. Still glass floor, still beautiful view. Minimalist attire. She actually just she rather casually just shoves everything off her desk and has the guards dump Julian on it. He says, "So, which of you would wish to feed him?"
I'll do it.
Very well. Restrain him, please. She just says to the guards who strap him down to the desk. How much blood are you going to give him?
I mean, I was gonna say, do you have even enough?
Actually, currently, Natalia has a blood pool of 9. She's almost full.
Actually, before you feed him, she says, "Speaking of which, before you do, I don't believe we've met, and I don't think it would be fair to bond somebody to a complete stranger. So would I have your name and clan?"
Oh, sure. Sure. Natalia, I'm a maquette of the Invictus.
I see. And yourself? She points at Alley Cat.
Ali, Gangrel, Ali Cats.
I believe I've heard Sadie speak of you. You're her child, yes?
Yes.
Ah. Hmm. Well. I suppose it'd be more appropriate for one. I suppose it would be more appropriate for one whose domain has been violated to feed them. She looks at Ali.
I mean,
Oh, because she's
fine with
Carthian and
me.
you're okay. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
So, would Ali know how many blood points someone needs to, not frenzy upon awakening?
At least 5.
Okay.
The simple truth is
I
that
can
they're
do
likely
that.
going to wake up frenzying, but she also says, "I believe it'd also be more reasonable to keep this as in-house, in-clan, per se, as possible." Ventru don't like being bound to Gangrel, Gangrel don't like being bound to Ventru, etc.
True that.
So, how much do you feed him?
5.
Okay, how much blood does that leave you with?
5.
Fair enough, you're not hungry. You are, however, slightly hungry. Not
That's
slightly
cool. I
hungry.
believe we have a lot of vessels.
You're on the verge. You're on the verge of feeling hungry. Like you're beginning to feel it coming on a bit. Julian, you wake up in a state of serious frenzy, only re-entering lucidity once the beast has finally reached a point of satiation. But even then, for the next minute or so after you fed him your blood alley, he continues to squirm and scream and roar, such that the people outside can hear.
Did I destroy the table? Or am I destroying the table? Because if I'm
You're-
freezing, my primal strength is kicking in. So,
You're attempting to, but you have 4 people holding you down.
okay.
Arguably Nova and Ali as well, if you're looking to overwhelm them. So it's not really a contest. Probably Natalia joining in as well, but
It should be said that Natalia is crying. At the end of it, there's like a couple of blood tears in her eyes.
okay. So Julian, you will need to roll me Resolve plus composure. -5 dice.
Well, that gives me 1 then. I won't make it. Got a 7.
You gain the persisted the addiction condition, persistent kindred vitae.
Oh shit.
Am I still tempted?
No, you have lost. You have resolved. You've resolved your tempted condition. Gain 2 beats for resolving those conditions. You also gain a beat for entering frenzy.
Hey, that's 3 beats. Oh joy.
As the blood of an unfamiliar stranger.
Oh, what is my injury level technically at? Since I am
As
still missing my legs.
your injuries are now full. Looks like your legs were severed by what appears to be a shotgun blast. You kind of realize this when you actually get a proper look at them. Not really right now.
Okay.
But right now, your focus is on the person who gave you their blood. Possesses a similar ferocity, similar savagery to your own. It tastes of the Gangrel clan, and it is something that is. It awakens something insatiable to you, and you want more.
Great.
But Julian kind of noticed or his body seems to focus on where the blood came from, and he tries to shift his body, but he finally notices his hands and things are holding him down, and he looks around a bit now in a bit of shock and worry, and he sees tons of familiar faces he doesn't see, and there's obviously confusion on his face, but he doesn't say a word.
Just calm down.
And his eyes kind of dart over because hearing a familiar voice. And he feels himself shift his legs, but he notices they feel stubbier and lighter now. And he actually looks down and his eyes go wide as his legs are missing. And he just kind of says, he just says, "What happened?"
I was hoping that you could tell. Natalia just looks up at the host quickly, looks down at him. It's almost as she remembers something.
Yes, you see Natalia, an unfamiliar hooded woman, and a woman in her mid to late 20s, has a Mediterranean complexion, wears a suit and a tie, looks very formal, quite classy, with with a cane, and she's just standing kind of at the in front of the desk that you are being held to, and she is she's not looming over you, but her shadow certainly does. You're also surrounded by 4 guards who have not taken their hands off you. They have you pinned to this table and have actually partially strapped you to it. You vaguely remember, Julian. It's more like it comes in flashes. You don't remember everything that happened. You remember waking up in frenzy and running through the streets. Through the paths, the parks, the back alleys. Ripping open anything you could find, anything to sate your hunger. It took you across miles, you think.
Well, kilometers, but yeah.
You remember brief glimpses of people, faces, and ripping and tearing. And then moving on until you were now here. Still hungry.
As the flashes of
You killed at
memory
least 3 people tonight.
uh, of memory hits Julian, he is visibly tearing into the table with his fingers, contracting into a fist, and there's just rage in his eyes. So for a good solid um, um, 5 or so seconds, but then they kind of deflates into a very, very evident sorrow, and his body relaxes in a very defeated gesture.
Okay, I know this sounds fucked up, but uh, your legs will grow back. So please just try to remember exactly what the fuck happened. And are you did you lose it completely or what?
I mean, clearly, if he frenzied here.
Fuck. Okay, listen, Julian. It's going to be all right. Okay. I just need you to. And she will turn to the host, and she will say, "What do we, what needs to be done to fix this?" She'll probably notice that she catches herself. Well, she doesn't catch herself in saying "we." What do we owe? But changes it.
Well, I'm not entirely sure. He might not be the. I might not be the only person that he owes. I remember being told that he rushed down my security in a mad frenzy. She mutters something in Spanish. Just kind of rubs the bridge of her nose. Put several of my security in hospital, violated the sanctity of my domain. Most certainly owes me a service in return. The violation of our laws here. Actually, and that's another thing, Julian, you remember upon her saying that, you remember grabbing and attempting to drain one of her security guards, but you just vomited back up the blood. Which shouldn't happen, because that was definitely immortal, and the blood tasted good until it didn't.
He will begin to shift his head and look over to the woman that is most likely ordering these guards, and go and says, My sentience is my own right now. If I am to be judged for the crimes I've committed, I would like to do so in a proper manner.
She thinks. She's remarkably calm for somebody whose domain has been broken. You have the Carthians 3 instances of black rent for the trouble.
He nods and kind of looks over to the guards, and they're still not relenting of holding me down. Correct?
They haven't. They haven't. No, they haven't. They haven't moved. They haven't. She's not given them any orders to stop, and they're continuing.
He then responds, "Where am I?"
Lord Ravenscourt Business Park in Hammersmith, domain of the Carthians, my domain specifically.
I
Perhaps you came here because your beast had a passing familiarity with this place. Maybe you could ask a member of the Ordo. They seem to be educated in such matters. Well, speak up, Stumpy. I don't have all night. My patience is as thin as it is.
I just remember waking up for the night, and the beast was hungry. It was patching up my wounds when I was asleep.
You did not stop them. Such things can be halted.
He doesn't look away, but he hesitates. I have been controlling it for a long time now, but I grew weary.
She doesn't really respond to that. She simply walks to the window of the office and looks down towards the entrance, towards the car park, leaving you, Natalia, and Ali to discuss things on your own.
Can you remember anything else? Were you just hungry and just fucking lost it, or what?
I haven't been feeding well. Pray
What?
has been. And he
What do
stops
you mean?
when he says pray and goes, "My hunts have not been successful recently."
Fuck. Well, I'm sorry. Look. Look, we're going to get you out of here, but Ellie, and she's about to ask you something, but it just stops and just goes, how the fuck are we going to get him out? Like, is there a wheelchair or something? Can we make, fuck. Give me one moment. And, Natalia just, oh, she doesn't have her phone, so she can't. She gets a little bit more frustrated. And, she just paces a bit back and forth, and then she just says, "Well, we need some way to get him out of here without guessing
What?
that mess is going to be taken care of." Fuck.
There are vessels for him to feed on here, for him to repair his broken legs.
Julian will look over at Natalia and goes, "I thank you for your kindness, but I need to wallow in
Yeah, sure. But it's really we really need to focus now. And Natalia will go out, and
If I may
she will.
offer... Sorry.
But she'll try to arrange for one or two vessels to come in.
You can bring one in with you.
Okay, she'll do that. But first, she will very, very firmly tell Julian that right now he needs to control himself.
He nods and
As Natalia leaves, Alex kind of looking at Julian. It's like, so, don't think we met. Who are you?
I'm Julian Goodman.
Not so good now, huh? She kind of laughs at her own joke, which is a terrible joke. It's not even remotely funny.
He doesn't look away, but he then continues. Clan of the Beast and a member of the Ordo.
Well, pleasure to meet you. Sort of. Um, if you're of my clan, how come you have so much trouble hunting?
The humans have been more scarce of late. The murders have kept them away from the stern streets I like to hunt.
How come? Any idea?
There has been an outbreak of undesirables of recent.
Hmm.
Oh, you mean the subway people?
And he nods to that.
Upon hearing this, the host turns around about halfway. He says, if I may suggest then, you may wish to retrace your steps, lest that you may have added to those undesirables.
When she brings that up, Julian closes his eyes, remembering other revenants that they were dealing with earlier, and thinking that he might have accidentally caused it to happen is not a pleasant thought. I'll have to be careful.
Allie is licking her lips.
If I was caught on any cameras, said, God forbid.
It's London, boy.
Mistakes happen. So,
Rarely of this
That doesn't mean
scale,
we
but
don't need to fix them.
I am sympathetic to you. It's not as if many of our covenants haven't suffered from similar pangs as of late. It would be remiss of me to not offer you some kind of olive branch. It would be rather cruel of me. Tell me, where do you make your haven? Where do you live?
yeah. The Ordo reside on the west side, right?
You live somewhere in Lambeth or Southwark?
Yes.
Can't remember where. So you live on the south side,
Okay.
centre south. This place isn't too far from that. It's in the inner city of London. It's just slightly to the west,
South side.
north of the river.
Said an Ordo territory.
We're in Ordo territory. I'm not going to. It's not exactly useful for all of us to. Not as in Ordo territory. We're not going to search 7 boroughs for you.
You said, excuse me, was it landed, right?
We need to
Lambert.
know. We need to know where masquerade breaches took place so we can deal with them.
No. Chris, out of character, did you say was it Landon or?
In Southwark or Lambeth is where you may make your haven. I don't know which borough you make your haven in though.
I'll
Didn't
go with
specify.
Lambeth.
Lambeth?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bit closer, which is good. Lambeth, and where specifically in Lambeth?
That's it. Does she want cardinal direction, or is she looking for like quality of the area?
She's looking for an address.
328 Damien Lane.
She looks up on her phone.
Ali looks as well.
Well, you certainly travelled quite a distance, didn't you? Oh my, oh dear. Straight through Wandsworth. The Invictus may not be as charitable as I. Of course, there is already one here.
Natalia looks as though she wants to disappear.
In
She
theory,
doesn't
you can.
use any disciplines to try to do it, but she just goes, "Oh fuck." Right. That's correct. That's right. But well, I have absolutely no say. I don't know anything. I mean, I'm nobody. Like,
Oh, on the contrary, you're an Invictus. You're very much a somebody, as the Invictus always like to say. Nobody in their covenant is a nobody.
well, I
She
mean,
says this
there's.
quite sarcastically.
She looks at her and just actually cracks a smile at that. Oh well, yeah, I suppose. But I don't. I will have to make a phone call or something.
A phone call? Yes, I'd suggest you make a few. Otherwise, your poor friend here may
Yeah.
find himself
Can
at
I
the
go
end
get
of a
my phone?
second stake this evening.
Could I get my phone, or do you have one I could use? Or
She will make a text, and within a minute, a guard will enter a room with your phone. He'll hand it to you.
yeah, Natalia is quickly just calls her favorite person in the whole wide world.
Are you calling him?
Yes, I am, because fuck me, right?
Okay.
As she's doing that, Ali is just gonna excuse her for herself for a moment because she's quite hungry now. So
Yes.
Well, Chris,
she's
just
gonna
before
have
I
some
don't,
vessels as well.
would there be anyone any more appropriate to call? I
You don't
mean,
exactly have an extensive contact list of those within the Camarilla. Within the Camarilla, not the Invictus.
no, I don't.
You have the contact information of not many people really. The one of the Archons, but you know he's a bit of a hardliner. Like
Yeah,
you're not entirely sure what he'll do to the person, what he'll do to Julian if he finds them. If he's contacted first, you would probably be rewarded quite substantially. But other than that, and really just your sire and a couple couple of grunts like yourself, not many people.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I do have the contact information of the other Archon, right?
You
The
do. You
one
should have
the one that we did a mission with, or we did the thing with the Revenants. I know she's not Invictus, but
Lankea, yes. She doesn't force the will of the domain, which means she would punish foes who committed breaches of tradition and domain and princely edicts. You're not sure what she would do to Julian. She is considered a more a softer touch than Archon Kozlova, but not necessarily that much more so.
but reporting it to either of those three would be considered like the proper thing to do, right?
Those are your three options, yeah, other than just keeping it a secret.
Yeah, of course. Then she is going to contact the Archon that she is just, that she get into contact with the Revenant thing.
Okay. This is Archon Fane.
Hello. Good evening. It's Natalia. How are you doing? Are you having a good night?
Certainly hope you haven't called me to offer season's greetings, Miss Blanco. What is it?
Well, I can do that as well, but we have. I think there's been maybe a breach of domain, but it's under control now. But I just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
We had someone who lost it, like Frenzy lost it.
I
And
see.
perhaps there are people who have been hurt, and Natalia will just give a rundown of what they have been able to generally say. And she's going to obviously say that it's with some margin of error because he was obviously way like completely off his rocker. So she gives the lay of the land of what they generally know of where he probably came from. It's contained for now, like it's stopped now, and he's under control again. But I have
Hardly
to
contained if he's been frenzying across the city.
right, but like you have to like a normal citizen have to report this to the proper authorities, right? So that's what I'm doing. So
Yes. We will ensure that that this loud screeches are covered up and dealt with. He has, however, broken the domain of several Invictus kindred.
okay, that's yeah. Do you think that there is anyone who should know or is informing you plenty?
Pardon?
Do I need to inform these kindred, given that I am, in their covenant, or will you do it, or what?
There's a long pause. The court will be informed, and those affected. I would urge your defendant to contact his covenant and Mr. Montague as soon as possible, lest he come looking for him.
Okay, I will pass on the message. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year as well.
Yes, this was a wonderful Christmas gift, Miss Belenko.
Oh, it's not what I meant. Like, it's just, season. I'm going to stop talking now. I will see you later.
I will see you later, Miss Belenko. The phone just snaps off. Natalia, you want to worry me? What's politics? Intelligence politics, actually? Recall the name, Mr. Montague.
That sounds like a fake name. Or at least that's... If Natalia had less willing to live, that's what she would say. But hey. But she likes living. At least for a little while. I have a success.
You've heard of Lionel Montague. He's the vassal of one half of Battersea. It's in Wandsworth, north side.
While this dawns on her, she is going to write down the name of the people that Julian need to contact. And she's just going to say, like, okay, Julian, okay, do you have you need to inform some people. And she will... Does she have the contact information for those people?
You don't have the contact information for these people, but you know where they generally are.
Mm.
You know the domain Lionel Montague has. You know he holds the west half of Battersea, so he could probably be found around there. You know he's a vassal, which means they're a kindred that he has given these territories to look after. They have an oath to him, and Lionel Montague would have an oath to another kindred that would probably control the entirety of Battersea, or a larger portion of Wandsworth.
Oh God, I know who that is. You fucking bastard. I'm just taking a wild guess.
No, the person you're thinking of controls the west side.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
West side doesn't have any Invictus in it.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. All the political shit is not going to be relayed, but what is going to be relayed is we need to contact these people soon. But Julian lying there, Natalia's going to ask him whether or not she should take on his behalf take contact or what, since he can't travel at the moment.
This is my burden, so I'll need to do it. I was enough trouble as it is, and I wouldn't need to give anybody else more.
Fine, just let me know if... Christ. Okay, just let me know if I can do something.
I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah, you're welcome. Natalia just, for the first time in quite a bit, just looks to Ali and just goes, "Well, believe it or not, this is actually not what I planned, but like I just wanted the polite conversation, but apparently that's not the things we do anymore."
Yes, I must say, Miss Belenko, if you had planned to have a frenzy and kindred enter my establishment, I'd have considered it an act of aggression.
That's not. Fuck. Right. All right. Yeah. Sure. Okay. I'm sorry. It was a bad turn of phrase.
Oh, it's quite a wonderful turn of phrase.
Okay. Natalia, I need to go sit somewhere and fucking relax for a moment. I'm guessing there is no smoking in here.
My dear, we are kindred.
And I mean, I'm guessing the world's still bothered by the smell and stuff.
I can't help but feel my hospitality is being tested right now.
I didn't mean that. I mean, I'm sorry. You see, I'm quite stupid, so I sometimes have to have things spoken plainly.
You're free to smoke in here, just not in front of the vessels.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
I will reiterate that they are not to be harmed and drained to the point of sickness. She gives a pointed look to Julian.
I'm already challenged or taken a lot of your good graces and hospitality. I'm only just going to have one smoke and then I will go somewhere else.
You're lucky he came here, or found himself here. I'm quite curious as to why his beast brought him here. Perhaps that is something he can ask his covenant.
Just
So,
quick.
Nova, do you mind if I restore what I think I'm lagging. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Go ahead.
Do you mind if I restore what I gave away just now?
Of course. You have given of yourself to the benefit of another, and one who did not necessarily deserve it. I give you kudos for this.
She shrugs. You know, it's I scratch your back, you scratch my back. At some point, I hope someone would do me the favor if I get into a situation like that.
Ah,
I
yes,
could
the
miss
weird,
it.
wonderful world of quid pro quo.
Yeah, something like that. So Ali will basically take 1 blood point from 5 different vessels. So that's
There are
she's full
plenty of
again.
vessels.
Yeah, figured.
And
And then we'll get back. Oh, sorry. Go on.
There is actually quite a variety of tastes to them. Some taste sweet, others sour. Some you garner the thrill of terror from. Others taste almost numbing. It's almost relaxing to taste them. It's like it's like taking an anesthetic. You just kind of want to lay there and simply take in the moment. They all taste, however, immaculate.
Nom.
People do
And
note you
once
taking
Ali,
blood from many vessels.
Hmm?
People do note you taking blood from many vessels, but don't speak of it.
Ali doesn't particularly care. Like, fuck them. If they have an issue, they can come talk to her.
Entirely valid.
And will then sort of walk back to the office. Actually, almost stretches herself like a lazy cat would when they're full. So, mind if I give my sire a call, see if she knows anyone who can help with like the camera issue. Carthians are already in enough trouble as it is. We don't need more.
Oh, we're in no trouble here. Any...
Not here, but in general.
Well, I'm sure the Invictus will have that well in hand, as they always claim to do.
Fucking. Never mind. I mean, if you say it's not necessary, then I'm cool with it. Like,
It is entirely your
But-
choice.
hmm. Well, what I heard from the cacophony with the current situation in the city, I think we could do some good to, scratch a few more backs to gain a few more favors. People already look at the Invictus and she kind of side eyes Natalia. Don't seem pretty happy, but if we can add to the happiness towards ourselves, I would not have much objection to that.
Ah, yes, bread and circuses.
Speaking of circuses, idiots.
Yes.
She'll call Sadie.
Okay. You end up calling Sadie, 1 second. Well, I mean, Charlie is in the building, for the record.
Oh right, yeah, fuck.
Like, Charlie's right there.
Forgot, sorry, my bad.
Wow, Charlie's sad now.
She'll go. No, she'll go to Charlie.
Good. 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, just doing something real quick. Okay, Charlie. There we go. You begin to approach Charlie. She's just kind of... She's sitting. She's talking to a kindred you haven't seen before. Appears to be a middle-aged Indian woman. They seem to be quite friendly with each other. Just sort of casual chatter.
Ali will approach and then sort of does that to get attention.
Ah, Ali, good to see you here. Are you enjoying
Yeah.
Nova's party? She always throws these wonderful events. It's... Well, so I prefer to Elysium.
Well, let's
much
just
more,
say
much more upper end.
chill. No, I agree. Except that it's not that. There's a slight complication. You may have noticed it earlier.
Yeah, I was curious as to what the fuck was actually going down at the ground level.
Yeah.
I assume it's to do with the
Slight-
legless, the legless kindred they dragged into the room.
Should give him a bow and pointy ears. Call him Legolas. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ali is full of terrible jokes today. I'm sorry, guys. So I was wondering, Do you know someone who's like good with cameras and shit like that?
You want to clean up the masquerade?
I mean, I think it wouldn't be the worst case if we get some goodwill from like the rest of the Kindred Society at the moment. I have a feeling we get some shit thrown at us pointlessly.
Okay. Why are you looking to clean it up?
I just said. Oh, where? Um, it's well, first of all here around our own area, of course, but they also apparently there's also a little bit of a mess in Invictus and Ordo
As usual.
territory. She'll just give the rough outline of the area that Julian kind of traveled through.
Hmm. Can't really help you much with Lambeth, but I know a few Carthians who travel up to Wandsworth every now and then.
Hmm.
She smiles.
I mean, would you mind helping out a bit? After all, we have the drugs issue that I'm helping you with, so could sort of like see this as payment for that.
Well, I'm not particularly good at computers.
No, but you're particularly good at having the contacts that we need. She winks.
Yes, but it's not exactly like I have an underground group of hackers at my beck and call.
I'm disappointed.
She blinks and kind of gives you this slight side eye. Like a really
Ellie sticks out her tongue.
Natalia will come out. She'll begin to waltz over, but if there is any indication that she shouldn't, she won't.
the establishment are already working on fixing this. Most assuredly. I wouldn't doubt that they're already processing everything that's been recorded by the police and dumping it at the soonest possible opportunity, which will probably be within the next night. If the Invictus are to be believed. They are nothing if not efficient when it comes to dealing with the masquerade.
I mean, if you say so, it's more that you know, Invictus tend to give people a lot of shit.
Hey, I don't. Well, I get to me. Never mind.
Anywho, I can, if you know the general, I need to know the actual locations that were affected, not just Wandsworth, but where in Wandsworth.
You mean Lambert?
Lambeth, Lambeth, I suppose I could help you there as well. No, because Julian went through Lambeth and Wandsworth.
Oh, okay. I can probably give you the address where you started, but I don't know.
I will see if I can find some people and we'll have a chat with the authorities in Lambeth. By authorities, I mean the upper echelons of the Ordo, which I do not want to do.
See, this is why Sadie hangs out with you. Yeah, you're just like amazing. I'm not very good at the flattering thing, am I?
No, you're not.
No. Oh well, I tried at least.
Won't the Ordo have this in hand anyway?
I mean, if they have, then there's no point. Look, I'm new to all this shit, especially the political implications to all this. So,
Most
it's kind of
most
silly.
kindred are trusted to handle their own territories. It's only when they don't that we get involved.
Then there's no need, I guess, to get involved.
Because you asked, I will ask some of the Ordo in Lambeth and whether they need a hand in speeding up this whole thing. Invictus will probably use it as an excuse to stick their nose in anyway, so
Yeah,
help from us would probably be preferable anyway.
I agree.
Yeah. She looks at Natalia. So who are
Hello.
you and why are you sticking your nose in my business?
I was just waiting to talk to Ellie when she's free. That's all.
She raises an eyebrow and looks at Ali.
Rally shrugs
Believe
and
it,
is like, see how popular I am nowadays.
believe it or not, I actually wanted to speak with her here and had no idea what the fuck was going to happen. So
I mean, I can't imagine you would if you did. Well,
you're the second person, of course, but I'm trying to make. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Ellie, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
All right. They walk over and Natalia just sits down, looks well tired. She just says, "So, with all of this craziness notwithstanding, what's it like being in the Carthage? Like, I know this sounds weird, especially given what just happened, but like, I don't know too much of my the other covenants, so it's just I'm wondering, I'm curious."
Um, hmm. I'd like to know why you're curious. Like, aren't you part of the Great Invictus?
Well,
Like,
uh, perspective is a good thing, and I like I genuinely am curious about a lot of things. So,
I was gonna say I'm gonna roll P&E, but guess what I don't have?
well, I should roll. I should actually roll. So you should roll perception, or is it?
The
It's
equivalent
not
of it.
called that in
Yeah.
this. It's what is it? It's I need to roll wits persuasion, right? Or composure persuasion.
Chris, do rules with us.
it's manipulation subterfuge to maintain. What are you trying to do? You trying to lie or maintain emotional like a poker face?
Lie.
Okay, manipulation subterfuge.
And what do I roll?
With sympathy.
Okay, check.
Wits subterfuge. Manipulation subterfuge. Manipulation subterfuge. Oh, look at the awesome dice pool I have for this.
Ooh,
I
look at
have the
my
same
awesome dice
dice
pool, but
pool.
also,
All right, roll one more. There's a 10.
yeah. I keep forgetting I roll.
Yeah,
It's
but
2 successes.
it's quite clear that's not. Maybe that's part of the reason, but there's definitely something else.
So, Allie's just gonna kind of cross her arms. Says, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, Invictus. But I'm not gonna tell you shit if you're not honest with me.
Look, I don't know how long you've been around, but
Long enough to know not to trust Invictus.
could you please stop calling me that? Just
What, am I lying? You are, right?
whoa, that was loud.
Sorry, I didn't realize, but I was just a little too far away from my computer.
It
My
looks like your
apologies.
microphone just had a heart attack, but
Yeah.
sorry, it sounded like it. But
my apologies.
no, it's fine. I was just worried for a moment. Right, and she just looks at you and goes like, "Look, I never heard of. Do you feel good in your covenant? Do you feel happy? Do you feel as happy as you can be? That's my question, and that's an honest question.
I'm fine with being where I am. Yeah. Well,
Do
why do you
you?
want to know?
Because I'm curious.
Curiosity killed the cat.
No, I never. I don't like hurting. Well, I mean, generally, uh, animals don't like us, but like, fuck. Listen, I I just need to talk to someone from who is not all caught up in all involved in politics constantly. Do you know how fucking exhausting it is?
I mean, I don't like politics. Politics don't like me. I tend to be the blunt hammer when it comes to politics, that is.
Natalia just puts a fist up for doing a fist bump.
Ali's just gonna look at it and then be like, fine, no chill. Fist bump.
Yeah, but apparently fate does not like me very much, so here I am, and now I have to fucking do this political shit. And I was just wondering, like, how is it other places? That's all. It's,
Why do you have, if you don't want it, you can just stop.
she looks at you for a moment, and she doesn't. She's completely stiff. I look. I'm sorry if I've dragged you out here, but I we're going to meet up at Elysium. Maybe we should hang out more. Like just you know chill or just I and she just kind of fiddles with her phone.
Are you
I
afraid?
I have to look for something. I have to look for Julian. Give me one moment, and she kind of fiddles into Julian.
Did Ali get the feeling that that Natalia was running away from her questions?
Yes, that was fairly much implied. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure, So
Yeah.
Ali's just gonna look after her, raise an eyebrow. It's like, that's the weirdest Invictus I've ever seen. And then
Oh,
kind of slowly follows.
Julian's is still at the table. Can't really go much anywhere.
No, but that's a question. In Masquerade, it's a little like sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes a night or two. Is it any different in Requiem? Like how long does it take to like?
Oh, it depends on what kind of damage it is. So, if it's
There is a certain ST who is Silence. And he's also muted. Um.
He might not be back yet. He BRB'd.
Okay, bring it.
Okay, but
So
it
you may
depends.
or may not have legs. Um. But Natalia just gives you the list of the people that.
When he sees it, he just nods and
So
puts next to him.
it's very important that you contact these people. And yeah, so these are members of. And she kind of pauses. They're members of my covenant, and they're probably going to be pissed off. But if you contact them first, it's going to be the best way of avoiding like major problems. And she will highlight the name that popped in her mind that something probably start with this guy. He's
Ali is. Oh, I just wanted to say Ali is kind of leaning over her shoulder, watching along. Unless, like, that's.
oh no, there's no problem. So it's very important that you do this. So fucking sorry. Like, do you know what caused this? Like, you were just hungry and just.
No, I got into a conflict a few days ago. I, my, my wounds were knitting together from that particular conflict. And when I woke up, I was low on blood and I tried to feed, but I couldn't find anything. And then after that, I must have frenzied and started tearing through the city.
This conflict was that in Subway?
No,
Interesting.
Wait. This was after the sub. This was after the park.
it was.
You were banged up even. How many fights do you get into normally?
Well, I've been making a habit to be in less fights these nights.
You probably shouldn't. You should probably stay out of fucking trouble if you get. Look, you need to relax and you need to get better. I.
Don't think
Fuck.
he has much of a choice right now. He's kind of legless.
Natalia just shoots you a look. Like, really? It's like, really? And she just. Right. Okay. Super. Perfect. Listen. Okay. Good. Uh, all right. I'm going to check up on some things, and um, I will. I will keep in contact. Are the two of you coming for Elysium soon?
Eh, I don't know. Not really an Elysium kind of person, in all honesty.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the fact that you can stay away. It's the, and then she pauses. Her eyes go a little bit wide, and she like you should totally go. Like Elysium is important. Like it's the duty of us to duty to come and to be whatever
I'm
the fuck.
Carthian. I think they'd rather see me leave than come.
All right. She lingers on that for some reason, and she just says, "All right, I'll see you later. You have my number." And Natalia more or less just she doesn't run away, but she does like quickly begin to leave. And yeah, she leaves.
Ali looks at Julian and kind of shrugs. It's like, well, So what's your plan now?
I'm going to be busy for a while, it seems. And I guess also my plan
Seems so.
is I need to know who you are. I keep hearing the phrase alley cat to you. Is that your some type of title?
Alley cats, that's me. Yeah.
And I'm assuming since you're the only thing that's resonating with my blood right now, you're the one that fed me.
I mean, better be a gangrel to hand you some blood, right? Someone else.
I guess so.
So yeah.
What do I owe you?
I don't know. I mean, what do you want? What do you want to, give? What can you give at the moment? I don't think you can do a lot, in all honesty. But what's your specialty?
I'm a doctor.
Doctor. Oh, actually, might be handy. I'm got a couple of friends of mine who let's just say they liked a certain substance a little bit, and I'm trying to get them off. Do you happen to know any good drugs to get off drugs?
Doesn't work quite like that. It also depends on what their condition is.
They're just friends.
Warm or cold
It's
friends.
the hmm?
Uh,
Oh, they're pretty warm.
mm, they'll need therapy if anything.
Yeah, figured. Well, that sucks. Well, how about we swap some contact details? I might be interested in some of your doctor skills.
I will do so. If you do arrive at Elysium tonight, or further on tonight, I'm making an announcement about a particular discovery I made on the streets.
Oh, well, do you mind giving me a sneak peek? I can't. I really can't attend, but I'm interested in most of the things happening on the street.
The pill that has been circulating around the streets. Particular ones, they are a purple color.
You're researching them?
I have. I have. They
Huh.
are kindred made.
Yeah, I know. Been doing my own search into that one. Funny.
Whoever is distributing this particular drug as well is able to manipulate it if a person ingests it. Mental coercion will be easier.
Huh. Well,
So if your friends have been eating it, they are in danger.
hmm yeah. I know at least which faction is behind them.
Hmm. That would be who?
What would be your first guess?
I would think a rogue member of my covenant would have done it. That or possibly the crones.
I think yours is definitely in with them. But I think it's the Invictus who are doing it.
He scrunches his face at that, hearing that, and then he
I know it's not the Crones.
From what I know, what the drug does, it makes sense. It's very subtle. Well, I wouldn't expect them to have the knowledge to do such a thing.
Well, I know I found a distribution center in their territory. And the interesting thing is that both one of the Invictus and one of the Ordo Boros have been hit hardest with this drug. And one of the Crones, but I'm pretty sure it's not them. But yeah, we need to keep in contact with each other.
Seems so indeed.
Give me your phone number. Let me send you some details.
And he trades the details with you.
She'll put his number in her phone, and we'll send him. She'll send him actually a video. This video of a building. You can see a sort of graffiti on the sides of the building as the person who's videotaping it is walking around. And it's a little bit longer, but in the end, the most important thing is that it gets to a van of some electricity company. The one videotaping it goes into the van and opens like toolboxes and things, and then as it gets opened, he'll see like a lot of the violet drug in the toolboxes and in like boxes and everything.
I see. The Archons will like to know of this.
I don't know. I would be a bit careful with whom you're spreading this with, but you do you.
I was commissioned by
Just
the
don't
Archons.
tell them you got it from me.
I can do that. It's the least I can do for what you did for me.
Cool. If you find anything new, keep me informed. That'll be the price.
You already paid it.
And we have a deal. Allie will hold out her hand.
You'll shake it.
Nice. We should look at Nova. If Nova's still in the office, because I noticed the ST kind of coming back.
Nova has re-entered.
So,
has re-entered the room.
You happen to have a way to transport our dear friend here?
Of course, I have many ways of transporting him around the city.
Well, I only have a bike, which might be a bit of an issue.
He could always walk.
Walk? How's he going to walk without legs?
She stares at you.
Ellie grins.
Does Julian actually have his legs back?
I don't know. I don't know what the damage is. Nobody told me that yet.
So the damage, you are basically, you've got terminal health levels of damage. It's all bashing.
So okay, that's it. Because I don't know if it's bashing, lethal, ag. I just know my legs are gone.
Your beast healed off most of the aggravated damage before you hit Torpor.
No, that's what I'm curious about. I was like, I don't know what I got because you didn't tell me. So right now I
So you're
have.
currently sitting at 10 bashing damage.
Okay, yeah. Then if it's bashing, and if I've gotten a vessel, which I should, since I am not tempted and I'm not technically extremely hungry, I should be able to feed safely.
Oh no, it wouldn't be 10 bashing, it'd be 10 lethal. That's what it would be.
Because yeah, I said if it's 10 lethal, then I can at least heal. If I can get enough blood to get back to let's just say a 9.
No, it's my bad. It's 9 lethal, because if you're 10 lethal, you'd be in Torpor, so it'd be 9 lethal.
Okay. Yeah, then if I'm at 9 lethal, then if I can get at least 4 more blood points, I can get myself down to 5 lethal, which should have my legs back. Because I
Okay.
believe because lethal is 1 per blood, bashing is 2 per blood, and aggravated takes several days per blood. And I don't think fortitude can make it any easier. It just makes me more. It just makes me less susceptible to the actual damage, at least the effects of the damage.
Yeah. It's very easy to heal off superficial damage from resilience. Unfortunately, your damage is the complete opposite of that. Nova goes, you may feed from 2 vessels. You owe me a great deal for this.
That I do. I appreciate what you did for me. I'll make sure to repay you.
I'm very much pushing the boundaries of my hospitality. If such an incident occurs again, I will not respond to the same charity. And this is charitable.
I am not doing anything. I appreciate what you've done for me.
Good. She will then turn and she'll say, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. Buenas noches. She will walk off and begin. And talking of other guests among the crowd. There are a couple of things going on. We've already spoken of Charlie Alley, Natalia. There's also this rather intimidating looking woman. This gentleman who, Ali, you swear this guy seems familiar to you, but you know you've never seen him before.
It's terrible because I believe I actually recognize his face claim as one of Mooch's characters.
Shut up. You want to roll me? You want to roll me intelligence? Nah, yeah, intelligence plus composure to recall something.
Intelligence, composure, sure. That's 3 successes.
This guy very much matches the description of that guy you were told to talk to, that Sadie told you to talk to about the whole Fight Club thing.
Huh. Okay. I was trying to think, why was I interested in the Fight Club again? Oh, right. Yeah.
As with all things, Alley Cat, it comes back to Ocean.
Ah.
It's almost as if she's manipulating you or something.
Almost.
Almost. I'm sure it's all fine.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. Ali will walk up to him, not interrupting anything that he's doing, just kind of
No,
making quick eye contact.
he's taken a generous chunk out of one of the vessels. Savors the taste, licks his lips. Feels good, man. He has a couple of other guys with him who he appears to be just chatting with. Oh, who's this?
Who's what? Who now? Where?
And the
Let me
run
look
that stands
around.
before me.
Me. Wow. Ali Katz. Hi. Pleasure.
Alley Cat. Where do I remember? That's right. I've heard of you. Gangrel Kid, right? New Gangrel.
I feel so flattered. Everybody's heard of me.
Well, I'm a Gangrel. I've heard of you.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm Sadie's. Well,
Sadie's
she's
kid.
my,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love Sadie. She's good gal. Does seriously good work.
Yeah.
You can always respect someone kicking the shit out of Invictus and drug dealers. Unless there are drug dealers, in which case, I'd probably have to kick the shit out of her, but, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
I heard you were doing some pretty amazing stuff as well.
Amazing? That's an interesting way of
Yeah.
putting it. Yeah. Why? How do you know me?
Well, maybe interested in a certain venue that you run from time to time. I'd like to visit if that's okay. Might bring a friend.
Alright. Who's your friend?
Name is Ocean.
Ocean who?
Just Ocean. She's a crone.
Crone?
Yeah, she seems to be interested.
Why does a crone want to come down to Shindig? She looking to fight or what?
I don't know. I'd like just to take her out on a date.
You fucking serious?
Come on. Am I ever? Oh, you don't know.
I don't know. I don't fucking know you.
I mean, yeah, that's what I just said. I'm sort of serious. Yeah, I was interested, and apparently she likes it as well. I don't know.
So you want to take your girlfriend to the most infamous underground fight scene in the city?
Yeah.
Where kindred regularly kick the shit out of each other, both in and out of a ring.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a gangrel. I'm sure she understands.
I mean, I manage it. I didn't create it. It takes all sorts.
Created it then.
So, more importantly, is she cool? I don't really give a shit, like, whether you're fucking or not. I do give a shit on whether she's trustworthy.
I wouldn't fuck someone who isn't cool.
He stares at you as if he doesn't believe you.
She's giving him a look back like, what?
I'll tell you right now, Ali, I have fucked plenty of people that I do not trust.
To each their own. I mean, if you want to meet her first, that's cool. Could probably call her. She would probably jump to the idea of meeting here.
Roll me presence persuasion.
Oh boy. Uh,
Actually, no. This would be no. I think this is more of a negotiation. This is more of a manipulation persuasion.
okay.
You're not trying to appeal to
Don't
someone's
think.
better conscience or something. You're just
Oh,
trying
I
to get them
actually
to do
have
something.
persuasion.
Do you not have persuasion?
I do have persuasion,
Okay, thank God. I was really concerned for a second. Roll me manipulation.
but I still don't have any successes.
Well, don't roll yet, because I was going to say, roll me manipulation,
Manipulation, persuasion.
plus your
Yeah.
gangrel status.
Okay, so +1. Nope. Still no successes.
Doesn't look particularly convinced.
Okay, how about this? I give her a call. She comes here. You meet her. You can judge for yourself whether she's trustworthy or not.
Sure. It's not like we don't have a couple of hundred
You're
kindred
amazing.
showing up anyway, so whatever.
And Ellie will take her phone, call Ocean, and invite her to this building that I forgot the name of.
Ravenscourt Business Park.
Yeah, that.
Hey, sweetie, what's up?
So, you wanted to come to the Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not there. I'm at the
Oh.
Ravens thingy. But I have
Ravens
someone
what?
who. Oh, you know the place, the business park.
Oh, that place where it never does the
Yeah.
cute, like,
Yeah.
high-end, high society
Yes.
party shit. Yeah, I get you.
And got this guy here who is running the shit. See if you're got the right stuff to come into Fight Club.
Right stuff, like to fight, or
No.
okay.
Just come over.
I'm kind of in the middle of something. I could be down there in like half
Your
an hour or
choice.
something. Like,
Half an hour. Okay.
I'm kind of in like. It's.
Are you fucking someone?
It's no, it's circle stuff.
Okay.
So I'll be done as soon as I can, and then I'll give you a call when I'm on my way. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Hugs and kisses.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah. Okay.
Click.
You wonder sometimes why you're still with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dolly will look at the guy that I also forgot the name of because for some
called
reason my
Talon.
brain doesn't work today.
He's called Talon.
Talon. And it's like, she'll be here in a bit.
In a bit, right? Okay. I mean, I didn't expect you
Yeah.
to put a leash on her or anything, but yeah.
Mm.
When's a bit?
I mean, she mentioned like half an hour.
Uh-huh.
Look, if it doesn't work out for you, then it doesn't work out. Yeah, gotta go. You gotta go. But
I mean, I'm
yeah.
gonna be here for the next couple of hours at least. Anyway, I like these little things that Nova throws. They're good. Keeps
Awesome.
keeps me sated. Great place to have a chat. Great place to have a good time. Like a lot of faces here. Apart from,
I should come here more often then.
yeah, it's a real good place to just chill. You know, be you a Hillingdon, Guillotine, or well, in Indy. Don't really matter here. We're all Carthians. Well, most of us are. Apart from those people
I was gonna say not all of us apparently.
that once they gangrel? What the fuck? Oh Jesus Christ! Great, of course it was a fucking gangrel. He says that when he's kind of like he's kind of he says that when he's kind of looking in Julian's general direction. Man, we really need to have a fucking clan meet at some point.
Oh, that would be cool, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be wise.
Wouldn't that basically be your fight club then?
What?
A gangrel meeting. Wouldn't that be like a slightly different variation on your fight club?
Pretty much. I need to catch up with somebody elders in the crown. Some of my cousins are over there and in the order, so clans I'm noticing a lot of little fuck ups by our clan as of late. I'm not happy about it.
Hmm.
You need to sort that out.
Actually, you know a lot of people in our clan, right?
Been around the block. No, most of the gangrel, at least the ones worth speaking to.
Do you happen to know my grandsire?
Oh, what, Murph? Yeah, we're cool.
Okay, I was kind of wondering what's between her and like Sadie, but I don't want to pry or anything.
Oh. Sadie never told you?
No, not really.
She used to be a crone.
Sadie?
Yeah.
Huh.
Really hard into whatever the fuck it is they do. Can't remember what
Okay.
I can't remember what precisely happened, but I think she and her sire had a difference of opinion over what how to put it. I guess what was and what wasn't. Conflict of
Okay.
faith, I guess. Crisis of faith. I guess that would be the best way to put it. And
I see.
joined us. It's been uphill ever since.
Mm.
Not sure if she ever knew any of their sorceries though. Nobody's ever asked. Kind of hesitate to. Don't really know how the Crown really feel about people practicing magic outside their little group.
That's fair.
Heard it does things to the He pats his chest.
Mm.
Not exactly a fan. If any of the rumors I've heard are true. Kind of worried about Sadie, to be honest, if she has that stuff. But I wouldn't blame. I certainly don't blame her for leaving.
Okay. I don't know enough about the crown to really comment on that. So.
I mean,
But,
didn't you literally have a crone girlfriend? Can't you just ask her?
that doesn't mean I know all their secrets, now do I? Like
No,
she
but
doesn't know all ours.
Yeah, but I think it can. You literally have like a friend in the crone. You'd know more about what they do. I mean, I have an excuse. Most of my crone friends are like old and terrifying and would rip your throat out if you asked them the wrong question. You got a little baby. Ask the baby what's up. Children love to talk.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you?
Like, because I don't necessarily care what they do as long as it doesn't affect me.
Knowledge is power, mate. That's what they say.
Hmm.
Like knowing what a crone can do to your blood and shit like that. That's pretty useful if you ever ran into one that decided to look at you the wrong way.
I mean, that's fair. I guess it just never came up.
Well, I mean, she's coming here, right? I guess you could. I guess I could ask her. I guess you could ask her right here. He smiles. I mean, if she's trustworthy, then surely she'll be happy to, give you the rundown.
That's fair.
As you're all talking, you guys notice a heated argument happening on one side of the club, a bit closer to the entrance. It's between these two people. One is a rather thuggish-looking Nosferatu in a red hoodie. Underneath the hoodie underneath the red hoodie is a rather complimentary blue Chelsea football shirt. The absolute scum. And he seems to be arguing with a fairly young-looking woman in a red dress. They seem to be arguing over territory. Does anyone look in their general direction?
Julie would try to take notice because it might be involving him. So what does he hear?
Well, when you go to look him, he's like, well, let's ask BFG over here. Come on,
Huh?
come on, mate. Come on. We need help with something. Come over here.
He'll move over slowly, obviously,
that's right.
with caution.
The woman looks a little bit disdainfully at you. A lot of people here do, to be fair, given that you were carried in. Yeah, I need you. I needed to tell the lovely young lady here to get the fuck out of my territory.
When
Stop.
he says it like that, Julie just kind of narrows his eyes and looks at this guy.
Haven't been anywhere near your territory. You know it lies firmly under the surface. Yeah, and you're building on top of it. And rearranging half the fucking tunnels is not very helpful.
When it realizes a purely personal spat and not something that he may have caused, and his friends he begins to leave them.
Oi, I said I needed help with something.
And he simply says, as he's walking away, "Speak to the Archons about it."
Yeah, we did. They told us to solve it our fucking selves. Prince ain't interested.
Then it sounds like you need to solve it yourselves.
The Nosferatu looks a bit frustrated. But then she kind of looks at you, looks back to Nosferatu, and she says, "See, Chav, you shouldn't have expected anything less from a rabid dog."
Do I need to roll frenzy on that?
That's a pretty flagrant provocation.
Yikes! Are we hearing that?
Yeah.
That's definitely that's gonna hit Julian on a bit more personally. That phrase, that paraphrase.
Can you roll me intelligence politics, Judy?
Sure,
You,
why not?
You in particular.
I can roll, I think, my one chance die.
And one other thing before you roll it. Let me check something for you.
Yep, I can roll that. I can roll 2 dice.
Yeah, roll one extra dice.
Okay. Maybe the dice gods will not fuck me.
I doubt it.
It would be much appreciated if they did. Yeah.
You don't recall her from anywhere.
And do I need to roll composure and resolve for a statement to resist frenzy?
No, but it is definitely a pretty flagrant provocation. And Chef just goes, "Ouch." Although, to be fair, I guess they did kind of neuter him on the way in.
So,
That's
quick
2.
question: how loud is that spoken?
Loud enough that it can draw your attention. It's not a yell. It's not like, "I am telling this to all of the kindred here," sort of thing. It's rather largely between them, but you can overhear it. You can overhear it. You're paying attention.
Okay. I think Ellie will just look at the other gangrel that she just had a conversation with and is like, I don't know what's going on over there, but
Question.
I don't really like it when I'm being called a rabid dog.
I mean, seems like they're calling him a rabbit dog. I don't really give a shit.
Alright.
Their statements is clearly a challenge to my integrity, is it not?
I mean, she called you a rabbit dog. I don't see how that's in any way not a challenge to you.
Yeah, I just want
Or,
to be sure.
it's just an insult, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to do this. Need to look at my sheet real quick. There it is. And I am not doing any physical gestures with this. It's more an intense stare at those particular two. And I'm not lashing out.
You're not lashing out, so what are you doing?
I said it says an intense stare. It says just an intimidation check.
Okay.
And need to reroll those 10s. God damn it.
I'm going to say you lose 2 dice, given that they saw you get dragged in legless and defeated. So you're going to lose 2 successes on that check. You're going to lose a success, sorry. Because they did see you in a very compromised position. That doesn't really help you when you're trying to intimidate someone.
No, that makes sense.
Are you trying to intimidate them both? Okay. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. The Nosferatu goes, hey, I didn't start it. But the woman meets your gaze.
So when I see her meet my gaze, I am actually somewhat surprised.
By all means, if you wish to stir your beast, feel free to do so. Of course, we couldn't help but notice you struggle to control it. You are really quite lucky, Lady Morales, it didn't just put you down. She was well within her right.
So she shows composure and adversity, not pettiness.
Yes, now if only could emulate any of those qualities.
Yeah, excuse me. And he responds, "This is says the kettle."
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't the one dragged in here with their legs blown off by a pump-action shotgun.
Yeah, excuse me again. So that I was. An unfortunate mishap that I will more than repent.
Unfortunate. Well, you certainly have a talent for understatements there. I wonder if the host considers it just an unfortunate mishap, or wonder whose other domains you also broke this evening. I wonder if they'll consider it an unfortunate mishap.
That will be their decision. So it'll be mine to deal with the consequences.
Well, it won't be your decision to deal with the consequences. You will deal with the consequences. It's not a question. The Nosferatu has conveniently managed to slink off towards the alley cat without anybody really realizing that he managed it.
Sorry, what?
The Nosferatu's managed to wind up beside you and is now just observing with you like an audience. He just kind of whispers, he just kind of like leans in just a little bit. You know, in that classical dubious fashion, he says, "It's quite a show, ain't it?"
The fact you find this entertaining says more about you than about them.
Oh my god, is
Ultimately, any
everybody
show
here just
needs
such a
an
fucking
audience.
killjoy?
That's what I'm known for. Hi.
Hi, I'm Chav.
Allie.
Hey, I've heard of you. big in the on the message boards, yeah? Link.
From time to time, I dabble.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, good to finally meet you. Actually, he holds out his hand.
She'll take it.
You sort of it.
Which one?
You see, the the circus show.
Oh God, yeah.
Great act, right? That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. Oh,
I mean, yeah, until they come pounding on our turf, but
yeah.
nice nowadays as well. I got something new. Here, look. I shall show him the video of the truck. The what's it called again? No, of the violet thing that she did yesterday.
Okay, he just kind of looks. His reaction is fairly muted until it gets to the the little sign you saw that was
hmm
woven into the graffiti. The signal. Oh shit! You for real?
You think I would put something fake on display like that?
I mean, not gonna lie, I think the Harpies have. But now, I trust you. This looks like good info. Looks this was taken on. I mean, I have no reason to disbelieve it. Seems like you took this on your phone, right? From the looks of the resolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I have no reason to believe this is edited or anything. If that's what you're asking. I generally know. I know. I know an edit or a cut or a Photoshop when I see one. So yeah, no, you're good. There's some pretty hot. There's some
Cool.
pretty hot topic shit.
hmm
Yeah, I'll spread the word around if you want. There's
Yeah, cool.
there's this is some hot news. Yeah,
hmm
some yeah, there's some headliner shit. A lot of kindred aren't going to be happy about this. Particularly not.
Looking forward to the reaction.
Oh yeah. The reaction is always the best part.
hmm
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you wanna? I'll tell you what. I'll give you my phone number. You send me a copy of the video, and we'll start. I mean, yeah, we'll start spreading it around. Yeah? Copy paste all
Cool.
that. I'll give credit where credit's
Will
due.
do.
You know, I don't steal people's work. I'm an honourable gentleman, in spite of what my appearance
Hmm.
would suggest.
I prefer, like, the origins remain a bit, subtle.
Oh yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, I get it. Which case, so yeah, giving it to me might actually take some heat off you. So multiple origins, you know.
hmm
So yeah, no, I'll do that solo for you. Nice find.
Cool.
I like it.
Hmm.
Back to Julian and the woman whose name you still don't have.
As we're having this petty stare down, Julian will snap. Said, I will not. Said I will not. Yeah. Said I will not fight the nameless and the unimportant.
And yet here you are.
I said I have a name. Said
You have a name, yet no one has chosen to use it.
The ones who know me are the ones who know me. The rest, it won't matter. So, good day with you, man.
You are free to leave if you find everyone here so unimportant.
And he will leave with that. He will make sure that to tell the host that he's leaving. But yeah, we will leave from the park, and I'll obviously give her contact information too. If you need anything else from him.
Yeah, it should be noted she actually does say that part quite loudly, and it gets some people's attention. And yeah, you give the contact information over to the host. Doesn't really say much. She just takes the information, allows you to leave. The woman kind of gives you a sort of... It's not a smile, it's more like a look of disdain, like she's looking down on you. And yeah, you exit the area. And as you leave, an ocean enters.
Yay.
She walks into the room. Grabs one of the vessels and clamps down on them. And goes, I'm so tired. Fuck, Ali.
Okay. Hello as well.
Hey, Ali. Oh, hey, Chav. What's up? Hey, Chav. Hey, Ali, you know Chav? Chav, Ali, Chav.
Well, now we do.
Cool. Yeah, I know Chav. He's been around before. Always fucking sneaking around the forest like a fucking asshole. I'd say that
That's the
accurately.
best you can come up with?
I mean, I'd say that accurately depicts me. Call myself a sneaky asshole. I'd say that's fair. Yeah. Anywho, Chav, I need to speak with Ali and friends. Would you mind just giving us a moment? After that, you can have her all to yourself. I know she's lovely. All right. I guess I'll see you in a bit, Ali.
I'll see you later.
Do you need any help?
Nah, I'm good.
Bitch is fucking crazy.
Nah, I'm fine, don't worry.
All right. I'll see you later. Good luck. He seems uncertain as to how well you'll do with her, but he seems to trust you enough, or perhaps he just doesn't want to be around Ocean. So hey, how you doing?
So, I'm going to introduce you to Talon.
Who?
Just walk along.
Cool. Okay. You walk over to Talon. 1 second. I'll add some lines to make this easier for everybody, so we don't have to keep switching back and forth. But there is ocean. Oh. And there is Talon. So you walk over to Talon. He says, this is your +1, right? At least you're chosen the looker, I guess.
It's my +1. Talon, ocean, Talon.
They both kind of shake hands. Talon is quite lax in how he does it, but seems to have a strong grip. Dava has a strong grip and does so very enthusiastically.
So I mentioned to Talon that you're interested in his fight club. So we wanted to meet you. We couldn't wait.
I am. I just kind of... I really just wanted a chance to kind of, get to know Carthage better, and I heard all about, you guys' amphitheater beneath beneath an actual theater, and I thought it would be a good chance to connect to the Carthians. I have a lot of respect for you guys. And seems like a cool place to hang out. I'm not really here to start trouble or anything. Right. Well, to be fair, a lot of people have said that, and then they're not starting trouble, and then, they get their chest caved in and their throats ripped out. I'd rather not have that happen with you. Rather not have that happen with anybody. I'd certainly rather have that not happen with somebody that a Carthian is vouching for. Ali, do you want to re-roll your manipulation plus persuasion? This time add 2 dice because Ocean is here to sort of kind of support herself and support your argument.
So that is my manipulation. Do I add my clan status?
You may add your clan status to this.
Okay. And then +2.
He is respecting you as a gangrel as opposed to a Carthian, even though he has not said it.
Yay.
Okay, you succeed.
Also, I need to leave in 5 minutes.
Okay, so what do you say?
She says, well, I mean, I'm sure Ocean doesn't mean any harm, and, it's a fight club, so I'm sure everything will be fine, right? Worst case scenario, don't like what she's doing, you just punch her in the face.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm even that good at fighting back. I mean, if I caused trouble, I'd be small fry. I have to be honest, that's probably the most legitimate argument I've heard all evening. And, well, he looks you up and down. Ali Cat is vouching for you, and you seem honest enough. We'll have you down. No funny business, though. She kind of holds up her hands as if to say, no funny business. Alright. Yeah, sure, you can come on down. Next fight's in a week. I mean, there's always fights, but the big one's in a week. Verve's going to be taking the stage. You're going to want to see that. Well, if that's it, I'm probably going to take my leave now. I got shit to do, and I've got a fight night to run, so I'll see you guys later, alright? Let's meet me, Alley Cat. I'll be in touch. You meet me meet me next week at the Fight Club, and we'll talk some more. And we'll sort out a little thing with rest of our cousins and sisters and brothers and fathers and that shit.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
All right.
See you later. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. He'll trundle on off.
So, Ocean, want to go home? I'm done here.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Let's go.
Cool. Also, and
What?
she'll quickly kiss you and say, "Thank you.
Yeah. You owe
You did
me.
me a huge solid."
I mean, to be honest, you kind of deserved it after yesterday. So,
Yeah. She just kind of wraps her arms around you and kind of leads against you and lets you lead her out.
okay. Then they're out, and I will go out as well. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for the scene, dudes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Natalia. Oh. Beep. Oh dear.